Alrighty, welcome on in everybody to session 0 of As the Wilds Wither. I am joined by the amazing cast of people that we have here with us, and this is going to be a very kind of not professional and just off the hip type of session 0. It's mostly just for the characters to get to know each other, for the players to be able to ask any questions that they may have about Daggerheart in its entirety. And we're going to do a little small role playing session where the characters will be able to interact with each other, interact with their town. They'll get a mission and they will go out and do said mission. So I hope you all enjoy. And without further ado, is there anybody that would like to introduce themselves first? Y'all gonna make me choose?
Yes.
Roll for it.
All right, you know what? That's fair. I'll roll a d4. And exactly how we have them out right now 1, 2, 3, and 4. I rolled a 2, so Claire, that's you.
Okay. Hi, I'm Claire, and my character is Ta Bimmy. a wanderborn giant goblin. Now you may be thinking, giant goblin, like half giant, half goblin? No, a giant goblin. A goblin the size of a giant. I'm a seraph, and I use a a small canavo and a shield that looks like a mask.
I'm trying to wrap my head around giant goblin.
It's the goblin the size of a giant.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Welcome to Daggerheart.
Think not the brave, but big.
Big ass goblin. Is there any other key features? Like, what does your goblin look like?
Oh, yes. Well, Ta Bimmy, pronoun she, her, is, well, of course. Well, goblins in Daggerheart can be any skin color, but still, your typical green skin colored goblin. Wears, baggy sort of pants, tied off at the bottoms with rope, what you call it. And, cloth around the chest and everything. She's kind of stocky, even though she's big, giant. And her body is covered in paint splatters going up her arms and limbs that sort of turn into patterns and designs. She's very, very excitable. Think you've got she's basically the overexcited child in the party. She's not a child, but she is 100% here for this adventure, even though we're doing it because horrible stuff is happening.
I love that. Just it's like the horrors may persist, but so do I.
Exactly.
I may have to steal that quote.
Alrighty. Anything else you would like to divulge?
I can go into some of my character's background. Is that good?
Whatever. Okay, so the way that this is going is whatever you would like to. Sorry, I don't know why this is flashing and it's bugging me. I'm trying to figure out how to fix this, and it's not fixing.
No.
I don't know. So whatever information you want to divulge is up to you, but if you don't want to divulge anything or everything, that is perfectly fine. You can allow role playing to take its course and such like that. I am just going to have to close this down until we need it. We don't need it for now, but until we need it. It was bugging me because it was on my. I don't know if y'all saw it, but on my screen it was jumping and flashing, and I don't like that. So anyway, whatever information you want to divulge on your character is completely and 100% up to you. If there's stuff that you don't want to say right away and you'd rather it come out later in role-playing aspects, that is perfectly understandable.
I was going to say, my character be I don't know. Go on. Someone else. This is my first time
Okay.
doing this.
You're
I am
perfect.
nervous.
You are not the only first player. Every time I have a table, there's always somebody new at the table. Don't worry about it. It is perfectly fine. Alright, so I'm gonna roll for the next one. This one I'm gonna roll a d6, and we're gonna say 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, 6. It's a 6. Cat treats.
Oh, excellent. My character. Sorry.
Ay, no.
My
Ese
name
es el
is
sonido de alguien que
Gatreads.
perdió.
The
Mi
OMG
tarjeta
is
de débito.
silent.
Sí,
My
su
character
tarjeta de
is
débito.
Mist
¿Dónde la
Spore
dejé?
No en la
Niblet.
gasolinera. ¿O en el
She's
cajero?
a fungal druid, a warden of renewal. Mist Spore stands just over 4 feet tall. Their form is a study in quiet otherness. Their skin bears the pale texture of birch bark, softened by the touch and speckled with green spore-like freckles. Large, round eyes glow with shifting shades of green and blue, faint bioluminescence pulsing in rhythm with their focus. From their head flows a curtain of almost frond-like strands, hair that drifts and lazily sways. Crowning them is a rounded mushroom cap, its twilight radiance casting subtle hues of blue and greens. Their physiology is soft and faintly fuzzy, and from time to time a breath of presumably harmless spores drifts outward. They move with unhurried grace. Gestures are slow and flowing, devoid of threat. A leaf stitched cloak hangs from their shoulders. Its surface is always cool and damp to the touch with dew, bound close by cords of living vine. Beneath lies unadorned leather armor and a simple belted tunic, functional yet humble. Around their neck rests a wooden pendant of natural design, and she carries a light buckler. She has a bit of an alien speech pattern and doesn't quite recognize and measure time the way most do, but more will come out inside the story.
Love that. Really
I
good.
don't want to go after that because anybody who speaks after that is going to seem lame.
Holy crap, that was really good.
Sorry.
No, that's amazing.
That was
no,
that
no,
was
no.
really good. Thank you. I love that
Oh.
so much.
Now I feel underprepared. I didn't write anything.
How do you think I feel? I just made the character today.
I was about to say.
That came out of just today.
No. That was Graffy that said that.
Oh, okay.
Hi, hello, I'm a last minute addition.
Yeah, can we also get a nice little round of applause here for Graffy for joining in like literally yesterday and getting their character
Absolutely.
done like an hour ago? Let's freaking
That's
go.
amazing. That is amazing.
Cheers.
I'm so
Alright.
happy you're here.
Absolutely. All right, I'm gonna roll for the next one. 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. Let's see what it's gonna be. It's a 3. So, Wolf, at least you don't have to go next. Graffy, would you like to
no.
go over your character for us, please?
So hi, I'm Graffy. I'm playing Isabel. She looks like a human, although there's something a little bit off about her. Some of her features seem a little bit too perfect sometimes, such as her eyes giving off like a hint of glow of like sapphires. If you ever see her like in pitch darkness, occasionally there's like a glint that you can see, and that's most likely her. Her skin is white, like Snow White, and her hair is rose red. She has dark circles under her eyes because she's been traveling a lot as of recent and has been getting like barely the recommended amount of sleep. She's adorned in Gibson armor, and she's wearing and she has like black cloth on her. The vest that she wears that gives her most of the protection is purple, and she has a red scarf around her neck. Her build is fairly well toned because she is on her feet most of the time, and she doesn't like to sit around often. She, when you first meet her, she might come across as like pretty odd just because she doesn't look the friendliest. But we'll smile at you if you don't show like any harm or ill intent towards her. She has one dagger on her hip and one on her back. So like
What
I'm
was her
sorry.
species?
Aetherus.
Oh, that's the new one. That's one of the new ones.
I was gonna say I'm not familiar with that.
They
I'm not
are
familiar.
celestial looking people.
Ah,
Hence why she looks uncannily perfect in certain aspects, such as her eyes. They have like a faint glow to them.
Very similar
And there's
to
8 of them.
the very similar to the Asimar race in D&D.
okay. Thank you.
Alrighty. Well, last but certainly not least, Wolf, would you like to go over your character for us, please?
Okay, my character's name is Tomin, and he is a wild-born simian. He's a wayfarer ranger. He's about 4.5 feet tall. Body shape of a capuchin monkey with the long prehensile tail, and his fur is black except on his face, shoulders, and belly is white. He's wearing brown leather armor. He has a bow and arrow slung on his back. No shoes, because then he can use his feet. I don't know what else to say. He kind of always has like a mildly annoyed expression on his face, but that's just because he doesn't understand a whole lot of anything. So he just like is like, huh? So he's kind of mischievous. But he can take things very seriously if he needs to. That's all I have so far. I like to kind of let the character develop as the story develops.
Absolutely.
So I don't start with a very rigid, like, this is who he is.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
Okay, go ahead.
Alrighty. Well, thank you all so much for the introductions. I hope you all enjoy playing these characters, and fingers crossed they don't die. Because we find ourselves in the world of the Fanewick. This is a wildly overgrown forest-like region with varying in different types of topographical type styles. Like there's a whole bunch of different types of biomes that can be found here within the Feywilds. There are also to the north lies a very very tall and imposing structural city, but that is known as Haven. And the people in that city, they like to be closed off from the rest of the Feywilds because in the Fanewick there reside entities known as the Faint Divinities. These are the gods and goddesses and non-binary divinity beings that walk along the realm. Here in the Fanewick, the gods and goddesses are not off in some distant dimension or separate realm. They exist right here within the wilds and live among the mortals. Some are benevolent, others not so much so. And there are others out there that fall into trickery or maybe even like to help the people who find themselves lost and wandering about the dangerous world. One notable thing about Haven is the fact that it is built from the remains of what was considered to be one of the most powerful of these faint divinities. An entity. Second. Oh, I remember. An entity known as Shun Ash, the Granite Ophid. This was a faint divinity that took the resemblance of a gigantic, just enormous giant snake that had very stone like scales and flesh and stuff and was not easy to take down. However, the people of Haven sure went about their act of deicide and built their city from the remains of this giant being. However, Shun Ash was able to have his revenge. However, it happened many eternity or many centuries after he had already been put to rest. Um, an unknown disease began to fell over the city of Haven, known as the Serpent Sickness, and the only known cure of this was a rare red flower called the Crimson Lady's Veil. It is the only known cure for the Serpent Sickness. However, these red flowers are exceedingly rare to find, in that only for every 10,000 common white petaled blossoms, only one red flower would ever bloom. Um, and as such, desperate to save his people from the spreading plague, the leader of Haven, the Archmage Phylax, decided to go out and plucked the reaping eye from the most powerful faint divinity that protected the land, the great owl Nigda, the shepherd of the seasons. The shepherd kept Fainwick in balance by turning her eyes upon the land, first for ripening, then for ruination. Thus, Nigda maintained the cycle of the seasons, of growth and decay, of death and rebirth. And with her reaping eye removed, Nigda could only watch over Fainwick with the sowing eye, forcing the land into an everlasting spring. Give me 1 second. My neighbor's dog is barking, and I'm not sure if that's being picked up on the microphone, but I'm going to close my door
We can
just
hear
in
it.
case. Okay.
Yeah, we can hear
Thank
them.
you. And because of this everlasting spring that's been forced upon the land, a newfound taint has clutched the masses of the flora and fauna that flourished within the Feynwilds. This newfound thing is called the Witherwild, a new scourge that seemed to gift the flora and fauna of the wilds with a newfound bloodthirst and strength. We find ourselves in a forested environment, or actually, I should say, Izzy is right.
Yes.
I need to take note of y'all's characters' names because I have terrible memory and I should have done that the first time around, but I suck.
No, you're
Memory?
okay.
What's that?
Yeah, I have a Final Fantasy XIV character named Izzy Gay.
Izzy. Uh-huh. Okay, so
Spoilers for she is.
Spoiler for him, he is.
Isabel. Wolves, what was your character's name again, please?
Tobin, Tomin.
Tomin. Tomin. Okay.
Yes, Tomin.
Cat Treats
Mrs.
was
Spore,
Mrs.
Niblet.
Spore. Niblet. And then Claire?
Ta Bimmy. Tahbimy.
Alrighty. Thank you. Just want to make sure I refer to y'all by your character's names. It helps with my immersion as well. You have been wandering the wilds of Fainwick for quite some time now after the incident. For a while now, you have been lost in this coniferous forest of gigantic pine trees. The branches of these trees don't start growing until about 150 feet up in the air. But these trees themselves are enormous. Think like the redwood forest in America, but like even more grown, like even more overgrown than those trees. Like it would take roughly around 20 to 30 people holding hands to circle around the base of one of these trees. Um, the forest itself, the forest floor is covered with branches that have fallen from dying, and just littered with hundreds upon thousands of dead pine needles. The forest floor is crunchy and spongy and kind of gives a slight bounce to each of your steps. It actually makes for quite comfortable and fast travel. There is not much of an underbrush to speak of, except for save the occasional bunch of flowers or mushrooms that seem to grow. The flowers that grow in this place seem to hold quite a beauty to you in your eye, as they themselves are bioluminescent. They give off this faint bluish glow that seems to illuminate the area around you. Even though at this time as you've been traveling, you have been in the 7 days of daylight, and as we begin our story, the setting has only just begun, meaning that there is now a 12-hour period of the sun setting in the sky that will signal the 7 days of night. 7 days that you yourself are very quite fond of. So you are welcome to see the setting starting to happen. Um, it's been a while, but you find yourself well fed and invigorated for the travel, but you seem to be almost pulled into a direction until you start seeing the walls of a small settlement. It appears the walls themselves seem to be constructed from the very same wood that the trees themselves are made of. Giant pine-like logs that have been cut down and set up to create a wall-like structure. Um, as you approach, you notice that there is a gate, but it is open. And as you approach it, you see just a couple of friendly townsfolk that kind of look down at you from up on top of the wall, just give you a wave and offer you no problem as you find yourself in Alpine, the starting town for our adventure. Um, as you are approaching the city gates and such, what are the other three of the party doing at this time? The three that find themselves residents of Alpine.
Probably in the pub,
Okay.
having a drink.
All right. Yep. There is. It is kind of a pub in a way, but it's more of just like an eatery. They do provide drink and food and such like that. So you could definitely find yourself some ale to drink in there for sure. The other two?
I would probably be like in like a gathering area, just painting.
Okay.
I would be tending to a garden that
All
one of
right.
the locals have, whether they
Well,
really want me to or not.
Miss Sport, you say it's funny that you actually say that you would be tending to a garden, because there is actually a very special garden within this small city, and that is within the confines of the leader of the settlement, a person by the name of Mycelius Grog. He actually himself is a faint divinity, and he walks among the people. He himself has set up this settlement as a refugee for anybody that finds themselves on the receiving end of Havenite activity and invasions and genocide. We'll just go ahead and put it like that. These people are very bad people. They have murdered hundreds of thousands of people in the sake of this red flower. And this is a settlement that has set up to be a refugee settlement for any of those people that find themselves subjugated by these war crimes that are literally being inflicted upon the lands. Inside this giant structure, like so, this is tucked way back in the back end of this settlement, with a very large dome-like, almost like a mushroom-like cap over the top of a stone-like building that has been pulled out of the side of a cliffside that is at the very back of this settlement, which actually finds itself at the bottom of a cliff of a very tall mountain. That's like the cliffside just goes up above the trees and far out of distance from where anybody can actually see. But inside the structure, you see that the ground is actually covered in a very thick carpet of grass that is very healthy and grown. There is plenty of different types of vegetation, like fruits and vegetables that grow in one certain area, and in another area, there's a whole bunch of different wild bushes that grow different types of berries. Some that are safe for humanoid consumption, some that are not. The reason why there are some that are not is because there are also a bunch of wildlife that lives inside this structure. And they're all extremely docile and friendly. There are like large predatory cats. There are wolves in here. There are deer and antelopes and squirrels, rabbits. Basically, if you could think of it, it's probably in here. Mycelius Grom is the mycelium sovereign, and he actually controls the mycelium network that spreads out over the entire Fanewick wilds. But anywhere where there is Havenite activity, he is not able to see into. And there is also a couple of other blind spots as well, for reasons that actually remain unknown to him. But as you are tending to one of the gardens, like possibly pulling weeds from the fruit patch and such like that, you are actually approached by Mycelius Scrom. He looks down at you with his nice big wide smile. And this Mycelius Scrom is like, think over, like, he is like a mixed ancestry of giant and fungrel. He is a huge mushroom guy. Mostly just a pale white stumpy type of body, with like a very large portobello mushroom like sombrero head. Bless you. He also has various
We're
like,
supposed to hear that.
I heard it. We all heard it. He also has various like white oyster mushroom clusters that kind of grow off of various parts of his body. But he just has a very gentle and relaxed demeanor about him. As he approaches you, he looks down. And he's like, "Ah, Mr. Spore, how go the strawberries today?"
I bow as the mouse bows, low and damp in your honor.
Please, you don't need to do that. Come on. You've been here for how long now? You know you don't need to climb up to such niceties. Come, rise, child, rise.
Miss Moore stands erect.
Today is a special day. The Mycelium Network has spoken to me, and we are to receive a new visitor and possibly new ally. Of course. I was wondering if
Or
you
scatter
would...
wide in celebration.
Yes. I was wondering if you would mind gathering your two friends and bidding them welcome. Stars have shown me that you are destined for great things, and yes, I would like for you to, as the spores have spoken to me and said as such, I would like for you to gather your friends and go and see if there are any new quarries upon the board. I know you all enjoy your hunting activities, and I have a feeling there may be a new good quarry to test your newfound numbers.
I shall away at once. Thank you.
Thank you. Of course, of course. Again, you don't to be so pleasant, okay? Go. No such formalities here. Go, my child. Go. And enjoy yourself. Be safe out in the wilds.
I take my leave.
Okay.
Do I know where my companions will be located this time of day?
Well, you know that Tabimi usually is out celebrating her patron in the way that she knows best, and that is probably throwing a whole bunch of pigments at a parchment somewhere in the gatherings. Toman is probably being his usual broody self and probably enjoying himself a cup or two.
Hmm.
At least that's usually
Between the
what they tend to be doing at around, you know, mid setting, as it would be, about midday.
Okay. I'd like to hunt down probably Toman first.
Okay. So you head off towards the eastern side of the town, we'll say, over by the eatery, and sure enough, you see the crude rudimentary pine wood bar sitting on his favorite stool, the one that's heightened a little bit to kind of further accommodate his. Well, actually, Tabimi, how or excuse me, Toman, how tall were you again? That's you, Wolf. Hello?
Oh no.
I was gonna say, Mike might have. Is Mike?
Are
on?
you muted?
Is he on push to talk?
Might be on push to talk.
He was talking just a moment ago.
Yeah.
Wolf, hello.
Sure. If it helps, Toman is 4.5 feet tall. Slightly taller than Miss War.
Okay. Well, somebody's taking notes over here. Oh my
I'm gonna wait for the VOD!
All right,
Damn,
so
am I the second tallest member of the party?
so I will say Toman at this point is a little, we'll say, inebriated and maybe stewing a little bit about something. But he sees you kind of motioning to him, and he kind of gets up from his stool and joins with you as you go to find Tabimi. Tabimi, so you say you were in the gathering and you were painting. What exactly are you painting? Can you describe to
I'm
us what?
painting. Okay. You see, you all. Okay, I'm standing in the middle of the gathering area, surrounded by children. My hands covered in paint, and a child wearing just like a huge robe, a huge pristine white robe. And I stand back and say, "Okay. Now remember, keep your eyes closed for this part." And I just take the paint and chuck it at the child. It hits the child, not damaging them, not hurting them in any way, but a beautiful pattern is now all over their clothes, all over the robe.
Her splat as you throw this paintball at like this just like chunk of paint that you've kind of gathered using some like tree saps and some like animal fat like kind of rendered down into kind of an oil base, and also mixed in with various pigments that you've accumulated from your travels, from flowers and berries and some adversaries that have very bright pigmentation about like their blood or flesh. Like you've been able to extract all of these just different combinations of beautiful colors that amass across the entire rainbow. And as you have in your hand what looks to be just like maybe a blue blob of paint, as you huck it at the child, as they're sitting there kind of giggling a little bit in anticipation with their eyes just shut, and like two fingers, like they're taking two index fingers and kind of poking at their nose to kind of make sure no paint goes up their nose, but they want to like kind of not have their hands and arms in the way. So they're kind of trying to not, yeah, obscure as much as they can. But anyway, as you chuck this ball, as it leaves your hand blue, it kind of travels through the air, and in slow motion time, the paint goes from a blue to iridescent orange and then morphs into a green and then kind of goes into a nice mustard yellow, into a bright rosy red. Just as it travels through the air, you all just see this iridescent effect take over the ball of paint, and it splatters across the child and creates this tie-dye whirl effect across their cloak of this beautiful spiral pattern that begins with like a dark black and just spirals out into a purple, into a blue, into a green, into a yellow, into an orange, into a red, and then down into a faint lavender like purple until it just fades out on the edges. And the child just like looks at it and like, oh my god, thank you so much, Todd Baby, I really love it. They just run over and give you a big old wet smeary hug. The paint that's still on their clothes isn't fully dried yet, and you get some of it on you. You all see this unfold as Miss Spore and Toman approach, and you kind of see as this child like hugs you, you see the approach of your two friends coming and kind of beckoning you over.
Well, that's I guess that's all the time we have for painting today.
Oh, come on! You said you were gonna give me a froggy pattern. That's not fair.
I know, but you'll be first next time.
They kind of huff and puff and like do a little pouty face. You see like this cute little froggy girl, and as she kind of like puffs her cheek, she actually like does that little croak as her like throat kind of expands a little. She's like, fine, but she points to like one little webbed finger that kind of ends in like one of those little suction cups. She points it at you. She's like, fine, but I'm holding you to that. You better make a cute froggy cloak for me. She kind of hops off a little, kind of stompy and huffy, but with a little smile on her. Just being bratty. Yes, we can hear you now. Hello, welcome back.
Okay. Thanks. Sorry about that. Microphone issues.
So as Toman like decided to take his ale with him, and he just kind of been sipping and slowly chugging that at this whole entire time. You finally finish your ale, and now that you finished your ale, you're free to talk now, Toman.
Sobered up a little bit.
I mean, seeing the children and seeing how happy they are just kind of puts you in a good mood. Kind of gets you out of that stupor a little bit.
I didn't know I was in a stupor.
We kind of made that as to explain why you weren't.
Oh.
Yeah.
You were getting plastered.
Okay, so we'll just say for expediency's sake, Miss Orr comes up, lets you all know what Mycelius Grom had said about how there's somebody new that is joining, that has come to the city. So we go back over to Isabel over at the main gates, who has now kind of attracted a little bit of that the children that kind of dispersed away from the since they knew that their cloaks weren't going to get colored. They just kind of dispersed, and the only one that stayed behind to kind of argue the point was that one froggy girl who was next. But all the other ones were like, man, I knew I wasn't gonna get mine done today. They all just kind of scattered, but a couple of them look over and see this really pretty blue-eyed, white-skinned, red-haired lady come in. And they're like, oh my goodness, and they run over and they're like, oh, hi, who are you? Welcome to Alpine. How are you? What do you say to them, Isabel?
She like tenses up at like being like approached very quickly by a lot of people.
So they're not a lot. No, there's 3 little kids that come up to you. One of them is a fawn girl, who has like just the cutest little horns that are growing out from an auburn brownish head of hair. She has 2 little goat legs that end down in hooves, and she just kind of hops over. She has a cute little goat tail that's just kind of wagging like happily behind her, kind of making her whole body just kind of wiggle and vibrate. You also see an elven boy that comes over with long blonde hair, and he himself has blue eyes, and he's just looking up at you, smiling. He's going, "Oh, pretty blue eyes like mine." And you also see a little mushroom girl that kind of comes up to you, kind of pale blue, dark blue undertones, but her mushroom cap on top of her head is, I don't know if any of y'all have ever seen an amethyst mushroom before, but it's like a iridescent mushroom cap that just kind of swirls with a whole bunch of different excuse me, like a whole bunch of different colors, and there's a whole bunch of like sparkly little white specks that are all over that kind of catch the light every now and again and sparkle as if it's like a galaxy of stars that's just kind of swirling around her. And yes, this is a real mushroom. It's my favorite mushroom of all time. But yeah, these three little kids just come up to you and just are captivated by the beauty of the sudden new arrival, and just like the, just the mysteriousness of just this stranger that just seemed to show up.
She is a little taken aback by being approached rather quickly, especially by kids, and more importantly that it's friendly people that have approached her and are being very curious about her. She's curious about people being. She's used to people being curious about her in a threatening manner. So she's like,
Yeah, so these kids come running up. The little elven boy is just going, blue eyes, pretty blue eyes. The little fawn girl is just running up and just being all hyperactive and energetic and be like, who are you? What's your name? Where'd you get your clothes from? Oh, that's a pretty cool dagger. Did you ever have to use it to kill anybody? Oh, you're so cool. Are you an adventurer? I want to be an adventurer like you one day. And the other mushroom girl is just over there like, yeah, right, yeah, are you? Did you? Yeah, me too. Just, basically being the little fawn girl's yes man. And as you were just being assaulted by all of these children and their various levels of energy, you see three individuals that walk up over to you. You see a 4.5 foot tall monkey person that has like very sleek and slender features and a kind of a gruff looking face. You also see, how tall is Miss Spore?
4 feet.
4 foot. Okay, so just a little shorter than the monkey person. You see this cute little part bioluminescent mushroom lady coming up to you, and then walking next to them is this giant, imposing goblin with just the shittiest looking grin, just like, just happy to be here, the chillest vibes, and just has like a smear of colorful paints around them. You see these three individuals approaching you and kind of waving at you in a beckoning and welcoming fashion. So I will
You
pass the
arrive as
table
before
over to you all.
she looks around and does like the whole like confused point at her type of thing.
I run up. I run up immediately and I'm like, hi. Oh my gosh, are you a new person here? Are you new?
You see her take a couple of steps back because again it is like, oh man, three friendly kids, I'm not used to this, and then just giant
Isabel,
person going, hello.
Isabel, as you take a few more steps back, your back kind of braces against something hard, and you stop and you turn around. You have backed entirely to the back of the gate, and now you're just kind of like bumping into one of the wooden walls, one of the wooden pillars, and you're just kind of like,
Hi.
Hi. I'm assuming you're new here. I know, because I have not seen you before. What's your name?
Is.
Is. I like that. My name is Ta Bimmy. You can call me Ta, you can call me Bimmy, you can call me Ta Bimmy. But I hope you'll call me friend.
But never Bimmy Ta.
Bimmy Todd's like an uncle that we just don't talk about.
He knows what he knows. He knows.
Nice to meet you, Bimmy. She like extends her hand for a handshake.
I just extend one finger for Izzy to shake. Oh wait, that's covered in paint. Other hand.
Swaps her
So
hand.
you look down and your hand is now covered in what looks to be moss green paint. At least you hope that color is moss.
She wipes the hand on the wall.
And it sticks quite nicely and it spreads really nice. It has a nice glossy sheen to it. It's pretty well designed paint. You're impressed.
Huh.
Fellow artist.
I mean, I dabble, but sorry, I'm just not used to people being so friendly and
Well, that's
hyper.
fine. That's fine. Well, that's fine. I'm not used to someone looking so. Well, I mean, gosh,
Nope.
dang, your hair is pretty. No wonder all the kids are coming over here. You look like you stepped out of a.
Look, it's so pretty. And look at her eyes. Her eyes are blue, just like mine. Look it.
And he points at his own eyes and then points up at her eyes and points at his eyes. He's like,
Are you looking? Look, my eyes are blue.
Exactly the same.
Wait, I have a question. Is she in the shadow? I have a question. Is she in the shadow of a wall right now?
Yes, actually you are. There's
Okay.
just enough light that's coming through. It's a pale shadow, because of the way that the overhead branches are, they kind of cover a lot of the forest and blot out a lot of the sun. And the sun is beginning to set, but it's still early in the setting, so there's just enough light that's kind of coming off like down from the cracks of the rocks that's kind of reflecting off and just casting enough of a shadow in this area. You're like in a sliver of shadow, but you're in a shadow.
Okay, another quick question. Is there something else near me casting a shadow, like a lamppost or something?
No.
Okay.
But they all are.
Okay.
They all have shadows. I will say, is there a reach to that? Is there a range to that?
It just says far.
Okay. Unfortunately, not within like this immediate area, just because of the way that the setting is happening and such like that. Most of the buildings are like more further back away from the gates, and that's just because if anything were to come in through the gate, that gives enough room for there to be combat before it comes to where like people set up. This isn't a very big settlement. As you kind of take a moment and look around, you take that this settlement probably houses somewhere around 30 to 40 people, probably 50 at most. But as you kind of look around, and it's still about midday, and people are kind of going about their business and doing various different things. Yeah, there's not that many people around. But yeah, there's no other structures within far range that you would be able to use that.
She's just backed up against a wall right now and she is not comfortable, so she is just gonna go, hey, quick,
give me a what is it? Give me a second here. Please give me an instinct roll, if you would. Is
all right. That's a 5? Oh wait, that's with hope. What should I reroll that? Sorry.
No, a 5 with hope? No, you could. Okay, so go ahead and take your hope, but
No, that was an accident. I didn't mean to do that.
No, so okay, so what you'll want to do is like click where it says up at the top where instinct is.
Mm-hmm.
Like the modifier for it. You can just click right there on that modifier and then click roll on the menu that pops up.
Okay.
If you want, you can also apply an experience to this with your I think it's the first one that you have.
Yeah, perceptive assassins. Just add 2
Yeah.
to that.
Yeah, you can do that because this is to perceive.
Our first roll.
Yep, first roll of the campaign.
Our first roll is to get away from
I am
love
backed up. I am backed up against a corner. I am not supposed to be here.
It was all downhill from here.
Oh god, I already love Graffy's character.
That's a 14.
Okay, yeah, easy. So as you are frantically looking around, trying to find some sort of escape avenue or something from this onslaught of sudden kindness and warm-heartedness that you were not ready for, you see it way in the back. You see this stone building that's circular in nature and then has like another, like the roof extends way past it, like a good 10-15 feet to have like a nice good overhang, and it's a nice like slightly domed roof to this circular structure that's kind of jutting out of the wall. And at the very edge of the rim of this stone structure, you see the one thing that you've been seeing in your dreams lately, the one thing that you feel has guided you this far path that you've gone. You see a small glowing, hanging upside down from the edge of the rim of the structure. You see a small bat that seems to be made out of a glowing blue energy. And when you see this, you are brought back to the various dreams that you've been having that kind of guided you along this way, where every night you would dream about the travels that you had the very next day, of where it would start off where you would see this butterfly kind of flooding past you, leaving a trail, a glowing blue butterfly that just kind of like flies past you. And when you look over to follow the trail, instead of it being a butterfly, it's a bat, and it's like 10, 20, 30 feet away from you, and you get up and start chasing after it in your dream. And it takes you along like these various paths, like up these hills and around this forest and over this mountain, through this cavern that will lead you onto the other side over here into this coniferous forest filled with these blue flowers that seem to glow of the same energy that seems to be like whatever this entity that you're following is made out of, this glowing pale blue bioluminescent energy. And as soon as you see that bat, it puffs into a cloud of mist and vanishes from sight. And when that happens, you feel this, I wouldn't say a calm about you, because you're very untrusting of this situation that's happening right now,
Yeah.
but you feel a sense of safety. Like, you may feel like there is a threat, but there's not. I'd like you to make a presence reaction roll for me.
Okay.
So that would be the same thing. You're going to click the presence. You're not going to generate any fear or hope from this.
Okay. I would hope not. It keeps automatically adding it. I don't know why. No. That's not right. It says I rolled a 15. And I should not have rolled a 15 because there's no plus to presence.
You're rolling 2d12s. They can add up to a 15.
That's right. I'm stupid.
So yeah,
I'm
you
dumb,
rolled.
sorry,
You rolled a 15. Oh, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as you like get this sense over you, you also like smell like a faint earthy type scent for a moment, and you feel like this kind of a calm wash over you, and you're just like, wow, okay, cool, man, you've just vibing. some reason, you just everything seems cool.
Did the big mushroom man of the town secretly give me weed?
He detected franticness in his town, and he doesn't like it.
Okay.
He is a sovereign of peace, man. Yeah, he used his calming rapport on you. This dude's rapport, I'm just letting y'all know, his spores are powerful enough to stop wars, okay?
Oh damn! Get me some of
Yeah,
that.
he can, like, any type of fight or conflict, he can just choose to end it. It's part of his, well, there's a save against it, but good luck.
It is a high
I
save.
would like.
Well, I'm sorry, what was that?
Nice. So I'd like to speak to Is.
Yeah, absolutely, go ahead. Sorry.
Right, thank you. No worries. I am Mistborn Niblet, child of soil and silence. The chorus speaks through me, though not always kindly. You must come now. I offer one hand.
To where?
You stand before fungus made flesh. Do not confuse me for less. You must
I'm-
come now.
I'm asking where we're going.
Forward. Always forward.
Just-
Confirmation, this one.
Just under her breath. Well, that couldn't be any less useful.
you take a moment and notice that, like, her forward, or yeah, Mr. Spore's forward would be directly into the wall behind you, and you're kind of confused for a moment.
The wall?
No?
Forward as in the wall? I'm already there, buddy.
Ah, good. Then come now. I extend my other hand as well.
Now
Is he
we go
grabbing
back.
her? Is he grabbing her?
Are you grabbing? Is Miss Spore grabbing Is?
Oh, no, I will not actually grapple. I'm seeing how they respond.
She will, like, grab your hand, but, like, there is a bit of caution in it, and, like, the second she is away from the kids, she will let go and just give, like, a nod.
I will say he can only remove animosity. He can't remove paranoia. He can extra spot. He can make it worse if he wants, though.
Oh, no.
God.
That's a totally
breath
different
joins
ability.
mine in-
If
Your
peace
breath
don't
joins
work,
mine in the air.
paranoia.
Do not resist the mingling. Come. And I will lead our happy troop back to our faint divinity.
All right. So he leads you back. You all get led back over to Mycelius Grom's hut. The stone structure is that you noticed the bioluminescent bat figure that was hanging from it. You all get led inside, and honestly, is for you seeing the inside garden for the first time, like, you are blown away. You even notice with how good, like, with your trained eyes and such, and you taking, like, survey over the entire area. One thing I forgot to mention earlier is that, like, way in the back, there's even, like, a miniature waterfall that seems to be coming from the stone wall that just seems to be falling down into a pool. But the pool doesn't seem to have any type of runoff for this water that's coming in, so you can only ascertain that there's some sort of, like, underwater or underground stream for that water to be running off. And with your travels, you know that further beyond, and with your dreams and such, you know that if you had reached the river, you had have gone too far. So you know that, like, more south and southwest, there is definitely a river nearby, and so this is probably running off to that. But yeah, there is a plethora of just different types of vegetation and different types of animals in here. And, like, way also kind of to the side of the pool, also out of the stone structure, what starts out as stone but then slowly transforms into wood is a giant like throne, but not an elaborate one, just a very basic rudimentary one that has like a whole bunch of different what looks to be like roots and such that run off of it down into the ground and off into the stone wall and such like that. And sitting on it, and also currently rooted into the throne, sits this giant white mushroom guy who is like a pale white mushroom with a whole bunch of white oyster mushrooms and like lion's mane fungus, like little fuzzes and such, like kind of growing off of him, and like a giant white and brown speckled portobello style like mushroom cap as his head. Just sitting there, and as you all enter, he looks over at you all and kind of lifts up his arm, and even from like y'all, he's like far away. Like he's probably like 50 feet away from y'all. And even from that distance, as he lifts his arm up off the throne, you can hear this Velcro like tearing of the various fibers of hit that were connecting his flesh to the chair, just ripping and tearing away as he lifts up his arm and waves at you all as you come in. And he just kind of smiles and waves. What do you all do?
I wave happily in response.
I shout, "Hi!" and wave my arm really fast.
Hello!
I wave at him.
Welcome to Alpine. I hope our town has welcomed you well and favorably. I detected a bit of a franticness from you. I hope I didn't spook you by trying to send out some of my spores to try and help you calm down and help put your mind at ease. I hope it helped.
It did.
Good. Oh, come, gather round.
She gathers.
I draw near.
Nice.
I pick up a deer and just walk over and sit down.
As you pick up the deer, it kind of gives off a shocked little kind of sound, but it doesn't resist. It's just kind of just like not really you. Well, hold on. Yeah, no, I rolled for it. This deer didn't make that noise at this point. It's used to it. Like as soon as you came in, it just kind of was like, here we go. I'm gonna get picked up. And as soon as you walk by the deer, you scoop it up. It's like, yep, here we go. So it's kind of more of just
my
like
life now.
as you pick it up. But Chef, you got yourself a deer and you're just kind of giving it little pets and scritches as you walk over. Mycelius Grom, at your service. He bows his head and kind of gives himself like a little bow to is and such. I welcome you to our town. The spores and the stars have spoken kindly of your arrival, and I hope that we were able to provide a good enough welcome for you. I hope your travels weren't too harsh. Do you find yourself wanting for any food or drink?
Do you have tea?
Sure. He kind of motions to a nearby, excuse me, I forget the name of him. Galapa. The nearby Galapa, which is a turtle person. She kind of gives a knowing nod and walks over to the side area where you see like a cute little stone hearth that's kind of been constructed out, has a cute small little wood fire burning and has some burners and such. And she begins like takes a little kettle and walks over to the little water area, dips it in and walks back and sets it in, and scoops some various teas and such, and just starts the brewing process. She says, it'll be a few moments, but that gives me a perfect opportunity to present you all with a little bit of a trial or a test. You will, of course, be compensated for your efforts, as always. We do have a new hunt that has recently been posted, and wonder if maybe you all would be interested in partaking in it, just as maybe a formal welcome to our town, and nice little get together and have fun activity. Yes.
Oh, good. The test isn't math.
Does it pay well?
Of course, of course. Handful of gold each, at least. It depends on how well you're able to procure some of the materials that we are looking for from this quarry. It could provide very useful for our more martial forces to have some of the materials from this creature.
What kind of materials?
Things that we'll be able to make for armor and such like that. Interested?
I'm interested.
I
mean,
mean,
kinda-
look around at the other people and wait and see what they say.
It sounds
mean-
like fun.
I mean, the least I could do for the warm welcome is help you guys out. So, sure.
Miss Spore, say you.
Miss Moore is actually over poking at the tea set,
Uh,
apparently
Miss-
oblivious to what's
Mi-
going on.
Miss Spore, how many times I keep telling you, Mrs. Niblet, please, Miss Niblet, please, I keep telling you, poking at it is not going to make it go any faster. Attention. Did you hear anything I was saying about the quarry and the hunt and such?
I. E-
So I think you cut out
I
there a
will
little bit.
assist as. Sorry. I will assist as desired.
Does
Lead
she-
me, and I shall go.
he kind of looks at the two of you, Tommen and Tabimi. He kind of leans down a little bit. He's like, do you find yourselves having some trouble communicating with her as well sometimes?
I just assume that she's having big conversations up in that spore, that noggin. So I just
H-
sort of.
I mean, you want me to walk into a wall?
Tommen, do you say anything?
I'm just watching.
Well, regardless, as Abigail, while that's brewing, would you mind fetching the poster of the information? And she looks over, gives another knowing nod, and starts walking off down towards another area that actually has like a door, and she opens it up and goes off into a little side area. And a few moments later, she comes back out, carrying like a small rolled up little parchment. I guess she'll actually walk over and hand it to. Do a little roll here. She's gonna hand it to Tommen. She gives a little smile and says, "Plop." Puts the rolled up parchment into your hand and goes back over to the teapot that is now starting to whistle as she prepares various cups of tea for you all. Tommen?
The poking worked.
Mycelius Grom gives an audible sigh. Even the throne kind of creaks a little bit.
I like her conviction.
That is true. She is definitely convicted. Do you unroll the parchment?
Yes, I'm gonna.
All right,
read
I need
over.
you to make a agility reaction roll. I'm just kidding. As it explodes in your hand. Ha ha! No, so
Paper
you
cuts
unfurl
everywhere.
it and you see a rough drawing of something. Give you one moment here. I'm actually going to upload this so that you all can see this beautiful drawing that was done
Upload
by
where?
one of the bards.
Ooh.
Oh,
With the word written in common runic, Carnivaratoise.
that is not a good name.
This one has not only has it been eluding some of our
less experienced hunters. It has also been proving quite a threat to some people that would have otherwise been able to find their way here. Uh, not only will it be good to rid ourselves of such a terror in our woods, but as you can see, that hide could provide quite useful material for armor and shields, possibly even some like mallets and war hammers if it's strong enough to take the abuse. That tail is quite lengthy and looks to me like it would have quite a lot of meat, and there's probably a lot of meat in the shell as well. So this also could provide quite a lot of food for our little camp here. So depending on how much of the material you're able to extract intact, will depend on how much you all get paid. Um, we have, as most, we can provide 3 handfuls of gold to each of you, each. But at minimum, we will provide 1 handful each if you at least provide proof of its demise, and aren't able to provide much of resources from it. So there is at least a base pay, but there is also max payout as well.
Sounds good.
You all,
Look at
all
that.
also have 1 handful of gold each as well. And there is like a local general goods store as well if you want to go to that place for like supplies or anything like that. Just to
Oh,
let you
good.
know.
I think so before we leave. I'd like to go there.
But I will say, Tolman, you now have what you could consider. Hold on 1 second as I take a look at your sheet. You have something that you can apply your gifted tracker ability to now. No, what I'm saying is like, so your gifted tracker allows you, when you're tracking a specific creature or group of creatures, you can spend any number of hope and ask me any number of questions from the list that's on the domain card there. But when you encounter the creature that you've tracked in this way, you have a +1 bonus to your evasion against them. So it's like a preemptive thing to do before you go into combat. But so this is like, as you're looking down at this artist rendition of a Carnivaratoise, that tracker like sense in you is just like, there's my quarry, target acquired type shit.
Is there a do you have like a shell piece or a bit of meat that would come from such a creature? Or because if I have something physical of it, then I can find it easier.
Where do you see that? Well, okay, so the gifted tracker is when you're actually tracking it based on signs of them actually moving through places. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm looking for where I found it. I read it earlier. I saw it.
Path forward. When you're traveling to a place you've previously visited, or you carry an object that has been at the location before, you can identify the shortest, most direct path to your destination. So what you're saying is, if they were to have a piece of this creature, the location would be this creature's current location.
Yes.
I am going to I'm gonna do a luck roll real quick, okay? I'm gonna give you a 50% chance of them having a piece of this creature. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll my percentile dice, and on a roll of 50 or higher, they have a piece. I thought, damn, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, it was a 7. I thought for a second it was 70, and I got really excited, but unfortunately, as you ask this to Mycelius Crom, he kind of, you know, shakes his head a little dejectedly and a little saddened that he's not able to provide what you're asking for, and goes,
Unfortunately, this creature is, while it is pretty good in size, it also excels at hiding. We haven't been able to actually gather any type of like dropping or nail or piece of armor, shell, or anything from it. Unfortunately, nor hide nor hair we've been able to find of this creature. So, I apologize, Tobin, but I have faith in you all. I know that you will be up to this challenge, and you will be able to find this creature without issue.
How easy is it to get hope? Because I only have 2.
Hope. Okay, so
One
you're
is
starting
really-
off. Everybody starts off with 2 hope, so don't worry about that. Hope is generated through making rolls. Reaction rolls, you won't generate hope or fear from them, but just regular action rolls, you will. So just, you know, doing
So it's
different
not
things and
something I
making
wanna
rolls and
hoard
such.
for a specific point. It's something that will replenish.
Yeah. Basically, with almost every single roll that you make, you'll either be giving me fear or giving yourself hope. All right. Any other questions?
I'll go ahead and use one.
Okay. What are you doing? What would you like to do?
To ask the let's see. What were they doing in this location?
Okay. Hold off on that until you actually like are outside and doing the tracking, because it's when you're actually in the act of tracking down the whereabouts of it based on signs of their passage. You know what I'm saying? So hold off on that for now, because as I was saying, you all do also start with a handful of gold. You can find that if you go to your character sheets on Demiplane. You can go and click on the equipment tab, and you'll see there's a section for gold. Gold in Daggerheart is treated very loosely, whereas there is no specific amount, like, 100 gold pieces, 200 gold pieces. Instead, it is tracked by how you're carrying it. So right now you all have one handful of gold, but you can also be carrying bags of gold, or you can also have like an entire chest of gold. So we say that, like, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, 10 handfuls of gold is 1 bag of gold. And then like 10 bags of gold is in a chest. You all start off with 1 handful of gold. Like I said, there is a general shop here that does have some things that, if you would be interested in checking out, you are more than welcome to.
I think Iz would like to
Does
just check
would
out the
get-
store just to get her bearings on it.
Okay, what'd you say there, Misty?
Yeah, I was actually kind of curious what 1 handful of gold would buy as far as the economy goes.
Not much. But there's stuff. There's stuff there. So as you all go in, would somebody like to just give me a duality die roll? I'm gonna say.
Sure, I'll do that.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, duality. It is 16 with hope.
Okay, all right. So there is a pretty good stock of supplies here available in the store. You all can, every item is either going to be 1 handful of gold or 2 handfuls of gold to purchase. Unless somebody wants to try and give me a presence roll to try and talk down the shopkeep in here, who is a Clank. As you all walk in, he just, welcome to my shop. How may I help you today? You all see that there's a
I'm going to
good.
assume that would be a presence roll.
Yeah, if anybody wants to make a
Not it.
presence roll
Not it.
to basically try and talk down the price, so where you can make it to where you could buy 2 items for 1 handful of gold instead.
Who has the most presents? I've got.
I have-
One negative one, so.
I'm +1.
I think you have the highest.
Oh.
She does.
Because I have 0 presents. Because I was like, we need to see shit, and I'm gonna put my point into that.
All right, so Claire, if you click on the modifier, like up at the top where it says presence, if you click where it says +1, a window will pop down at the bottom. It is basically like a confirmation window. Now, if you would like to, if you feel like you have an experience that you can apply to this roll to try and help your odds a bit, actually, I don't know. Do you feel like you may have something that you may be able to use in this moment to help with this roll? You will.
None of my experiences would apply.
Okay, I was gonna say you will need to use a hope in order to use it, just in case. But actually, no, your second one might. I would say your second one would definitely help with like presence checks.
Oh. Okay.
So if you
So-
want to, you can spend a hope. So push the minus next to like the 2 yellow diamonds underneath where it says hope. Click the minus there, and then click the +2 on the Sings and Pigment, and that will apply that modifier to that window that should be open at the bottom for your presence roll. So that should read a +3 now.
Hold on.
You're fine. So I saw you deducted the hope.
It's not applying. It's not applying my experience. I tapped it.
Do you still have is the window still open in the bottom left?
Oh, okay. I see what.
Okay,
the
so
problem is.
click the presence again. The presence +1, and then when that window is open, click the +2 next to your experience, and then go ahead and click roll.
Okay, I see. I accidentally hit it close.
May I spend a hope to give advantage?
Absolutely. Yeah, that is something you can definitely do. So, before you roll, Tabimi, do you see silhouettes of different shaped dice on there?
Yes.
Okay, click the one that looks like the D6, the cube, to add the add a D6 to your roll, as Mist Spore is giving advantage to you. And how do you want to narrate Mist Spore giving this advantage, by the way?
Oh, certainly. As we have done many times before, we take an approach of good cop, weird cop, and try to negotiate down that way. Countering the incredible performance they're giving, I'm providing additional commentary such as trade is only decay in motion. What will you shed for us?
All
Okay, I'm
right.
gonna roll.
All right, go ahead and roll. Yep, go ahead and roll.
So that's 11 hope. Plus,
11 with hope.
11 with hope. 10. Yeah, 11 with hope plus the.
Oh, it should already be totaled up. Hold on, let me come and make sure. You're in the other room, so I'm gonna come and verify. 1 second. I'm just gonna make sure you roll. Oh no, so the total is gonna be here in the corner.
While they're
Oh,
doing that, I will be right back.
Holy shit. Well, this is definitely the contender for the highest roll. Also, you got that hope back.
Oh, okay. Oh my god.
So go ahead and tell that total to the group.
33 with hope.
Jesus!
I have a very
33.
big presence.
30.
Was that a
Somebody
critical success?
No, it was just really good. It was like an 11 and a 10, and I think like a 6 on the D6 or something. Like, it was nuts.
This Clank is giving you gold to take his things.
Okay,
Legend.
so yeah, absolutely. With that, he's like, absolutely. So I wasn't planning on allowing the two handfuls gold item to go away for less than 2. Like, that was just gonna stay there, but with a roll of 30 fucking 3, yeah, those are now 1 as well. Okay, so the items that are now available for 1 handful of gold. There is 4 sets of premium bedrolls. What these do is during a downtime, you automatically clear a stress. So whenever you're taking a rest,
Let's go.
you will just automatically clear stress from that. But that's a gold just to buy that. But there are 4 of them. There is also 1 other item that is a gold, but this is only just the one pair of these, and these are speaking orbs. This pair of orbs allows any creatures holding them to communicate with each other across any distance.
Does the bedrolls work in trees?
Yes. Anywhere that your character would be able to take a rest, you would be able to use these bedrolls. Okay. The items that are available for 2 for 1 gold, 1 handful of gold, is minor health potions, minor stamina potions, Varic leaves, which you eat these leaves to immediately gain 2 hope. And there's unstable arcane shards, as well as vials of dark smoke and grindletooth venom.
What does an unstable arcane thing do?
So an unstable arcane shard is basically like a magic grenade. You make a finesse throw to throw this shard at a group of adversaries within far range. Targets you succeed against take 1d20 magic damage.
When you mean by 1 gold, do you mean like 1 handful of gold?
Yes, 1 handful of gold.
And how much for the healing potion? Wait, we have...
The healing
Yeah,
potions and stamina potions you can buy 2 for 1. Same with the grindletooth venom, the Varic leaves, the arcane shard, and the vials of dark smoke.
In our inventory, it doesn't say how much you have of a certain item.
Because you just have 1 at this point.
Okay.
But like, if you were to buy more health potions, you could click on where it says health potion, and it should have a way for you to increase how many you have.
Okay, maybe under
I would like to
notes.
purchase a bedroll, please.
Alrighty.
Same. I'll get a bedroll.
Okay.
I don't have enough. Well, I don't have enough for that and the stamina potion, do I?
No, it's 1 handful for the
You said we can get
bedrolls.
2 for the price of 1 with the potions, right?
Yes.
I'll get stamina potion. I'll get
Alright.
stamina potions.
Are you
And I'll
buying
give
2 of
one-
them?
Yeah, I'll give 1 to Wolf.
All right.
Well, how much are they? Because you said it was 1 handful, right?
No, the potions and other consumables are 2 for 1.
Ah.
The bedroll and the speaking orbs are 1 gold. 1 handful of gold each.
How about you buy the stamina potions and I buy the health potions, and then we swap.
Okay.
We swap 1, so we each get 1.
Okay, I like that thinking. See, you're a thinker. You're a real
Okay.
thinker.
Next to where it says gold and such, you'll see a button that says manage equipment. Go ahead and click that, and then you can just search for them. Make sure you're adding the minor potions, not the regular ones. minor health potion, minor stamina potions. Go ahead and add one each of those. And then Miss Spore, you're buying the bedroll, and is what would you like to buy?
I would also kind of like to buy the bedroll.
All right, so 2 premium bedrolls for you two, and the potions for you two. All right.
I'm actually excited about the bedroll.
Yo, that means I can use like one ability that Iz has, and I feel like I can sleep it off.
Yep.
So we get one.
I get 1 free teleport a day.
Ooh, let's go.
Cool.
Nice.
Okay, so 1 minor stamina and 1 minor health potion.
Exactly.
I wanna make
Alrighty.
sure I want to make sure it's in there.
So
No,
you all.
It doesn't say how many I have.
No, I look, and now there have to be added individually. Unfortunately, they don't seem to stack, but that's okay. Just know whenever you use them, just clear them from your inventory. It's okay. But all right, you all go ahead and make your various purchases. The 3 of you go over to your various huts and gather up like your adventuring equipment that you already didn't have on you. Is you already have all your stuff on you. You travel.
I guess it's just waiting in the town square.
Yeah, you're just waiting for them. They all their huts are kind of like relatively close by. Like they're not like next door to each other, but they're all in like the same basic neighborhood. So
She
it
still doesn't want to be like out, like awkwardly outside of their houses.
just standing there. The fond girl looks over at you and starts waving enthusiastically, and you're like, fuck, no, please, no, please, no. She starts running over to you. You start getting a cold sweat on your brow, and then you hear the sound of a savior as her mom goes,
Isabel and Jean, you get back over here and you finish your homework. She goes, but Mom,
Yeah.
I wanted to play with her. I wanted to play with her new friends. You get back over here right now and you finish your chores too.
When she hears that the other girl's name is you just see her snap in that direction.
yeah, Isabella Jean.
Oh my.
For some reason, that was just the first name that came to my mind.
Your name's
You're twins.
Your name is Isabel too?
Twins! She runs over and just jumps up and gives you a hug, and her mom just starts screaming,
Get over here before I tan your hide, young lady. So I'll see you later.
She runs off giggling.
just the look of confusion at the hug. like when she got hugged, her like she did like the like hands like at the side type of thing. And
Oh god.
And she's still kind of in that pose.
And it's about that time that Tabimi, you come out because you already had like you just had to go and get like your, you know, various like I would say more tribal adornments, things that you put on just before a hunt. So because like you're pretty bare bones as it is. Aha, see what I did there? So you pack light. You travel light. You already have all this stuff you need pretty much with you, but you go and get your various adornments. You put on like your hunting paints and stuff like that. But you come out of your hut and you look across the way, standing outside of, I would guess maybe Miss Spore's hut. You just see is just standing there, just like her hands off to the side, kind of just doing this weird frantic like jazz hands thing, and she's just like, oh god, oh god, oh god.
I remember, I think about earlier, and I'm like, maybe this time I'll take it a bit slower. And I walk, instead of running, I walk, but also I am incredibly tall, so it's not as slow as you'd think it would be. And immediately, I'm just like, I get closer, quiet, I didn't say anything until I'm right next to her and say, hi!
Oh goodness.
Hi, Bimmy.
Hi, Izzy. I see you're doing your little hands.
Yeah, I just got hugged by a kid of my name, and I don't know, I was expecting it.
Something worthy of shaking your hands for.
This older Galapa gentleman kind of walks by, like using his staff as a cane, kind of stops and looks over at you. He's like,
You gotta watch those damn kids. I keep telling them all the time to stay off my porch. They don't listen to me.
he just starts rambling as he walks off a little bit, just keeps on going.
That's too funny.
Yeah,
We'll come back later. He'll still be rambling.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah, I
just not-
told them go forward in the snowstorm of 13 aught 75 93.7.
I guess I'm just not used to people being super friendly, you know?
Well,
Kind of that's kind of been my experience in real life when I moved into a new town. Everybody was really nice. I keep waiting for Stephen King to come out.
Gotcha.
Now the
So
town
I can
seems
relate to your
nice, but did you
character,
know
not
about the
the level.
Lavaliers?
Sounds nice, but you don't want to know what's going on down in them sewers.
avoid the Morrison's house, especially their basement.
Alrighty. So, is there anything else that you all would like to do before heading out for your adventure?
No, I think that's good. I'm good.
Okay.
Preparations were made.
My
Alrighty.
preparations are done.
As you all make your way to the exit, you hear some various children in the back screaming, "Bye! Don't get killed! Good luck out there! Don't die! Watch out for the plant monsters! Okay, bye!" You all go ahead and make your leave from the city of Alpine.
I should say
into-
before like you do like the full like departure is like just kind of like thinks first and goes, I should be like a little bit friendly, so she does wave goodbye to the kids.
They all, like, you see the elven boy was there. All of a sudden, like, his face just goes red, and he just takes off running.
Oh,
So okay, you all make your way out of the city of Alpine and into the Sleeping Wood in its trueness, I guess. I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. So as you all step out of the gates, you all are immediately greeted with the beautiful field of the night bloom as it begins its iridescent glow, a blue glow, filling the space around you with a nice faint light. You all look out and you also begin to notice one thing that you didn't notice on your way here, but now as the sun is in its setting pattern and has set more down and more darkness is beginning to fill the wood, you start to see flashes of other light. Every now and again, you see a faint orange light just kind of pulse a little bit. And one such glow is actually happening nearby, and you look over and you see a spherical mushroom that seems to have a thin and open gill-like outer membrane, and on the inside is a faint core that pulses with a bioluminescent energy every few seconds or so. And as you're watching this, you notice that it seems to be attracting some of the flying insect life, as some flies and moths get attracted into the glow. They land and seemingly start to eat some nectar and stuff from the inside bulb. And as they do, the outer gill membrane suddenly closes around them, and it slowly begins to shrink down in size until it eventually gets small enough to where it would be crushing and digesting the insect life that got trapped inside. But upon noticing that, you all are now out into the sleeping wood, and I turn it over to you all. What would you like to do?
Well, is now a good time to ask the question? But I
Yeah.
don't know who I would ask it to.
Me. I am the GM.
Okay, so it's not like a role play thing. It's
No.
Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna spend your hope, and well, you can spend any number of hopes. So you can spend up to 2 if you'd like to ask me
Now,
2
I'm gonna
questions.
do one and just ask which direction did they go?
Okay. Yeah, you don't even have to make a roll for this. So as you take a moment to kind of navigate the area a little bit, you didn't really get a sense of direction or anything like that, but you did get descriptions of the creature, and you got some, like, we'll say, part of, gathering up your equipment and such like that. You talked to the people who posted the hunt notice for this, and they talked about like certain areas where there were, like some people that had gotten attacked. They were able to get away, but there was an attack that happened, so that was probably a good area to start. You get to that area and begin to kind of look around and investigate the area a little bit, and you can see to you, it's a very distinct and obvious trail of dragging this massive hulking body, and like these claw marks of it kind of like digging through the dirt as it trudges off towards the northwest area. As you begin going up in that area, you can also go ahead. You get a +1 bonus to your evasion against him. So I need to remember that your evasion is a 14 in this encounter with him instead of the 13. But as you begin going off in that direction, the trail starts becoming less obvious as the undergrowth begins to change into a more of a mossy and root and rock-like environment. So I would like for you to go ahead and give me an instinct roll to help navigate this trail to where this creature might be.
So I just click on the instinct.
Mm-hmm. And then when the window pops up at the bottom, you just click roll and then tell me the result in the top right corner and whether it was with fear or with hope.
The trait roll says 16, and then the instinct trait roll says 9 with hope. The agility, it says in the agility 16.
I think
There's
agility
two
was.
bucks.
I think agility was something you did before. No, the one that you're making now is just the instinct one. So just the instinct.
Oh, okay. So it's
So-
a 9 with hope.
Okay, so go ahead and you get your hope back. So go ahead and put the plus.
Okay, well that was easy.
Mm-hmm. But as you begin to navigate, the area around begins to just it gets really rocky, and it's really hard to kind of pick up the trail of where this might be. So you do lose the trail. So I will now turn this to the entire party. Everybody, you can either spend a hope to help somebody else with this roll, or you can make an instinct roll to try and pick up this trail.
Oh, I'd very much like to try and make an instinct roll.
Same.
Okay. All 4 of you, go ahead and give me instinct rolls to see if you can perceive where this creature might be.
Me as well, or did mine already count?
Like,
Yeah, you can go ahead. I'll allow you to re-roll, because now it's like you took that moment. You're like, shit. Okay, now I'm lost. All right, let's kind of take a moment, regroup, and now everybody is kind of fanning off in different directions and looking. So you're trying to pick up a different trail instead of continuing the trail of what you were doing. So I'll allow you to
quick
re-roll
question.
again. Yes.
Would my experience with Perceptive Assassin give me any adds to this or not?
I will say, yeah. Yeah, I will say that because you're used to tracking people into hideaways and caverns and such like that. So yeah, absolutely, you can definitely apply if you want to use spend a hope to apply that. You are more than welcome.
Sure, I would be out of hope, but that's
Okay.
fine.
Leona,
Yes.
19 with hope.
Okay, go ahead and mark your hope.
I got a 17 with hope.
Okay, go ahead and mark your hope.
I got a 16 with hope.
All right, go ahead and mark your hope.
I had a 14 with hope.
Wow, everybody with hope. All right, so you all go ahead and gain your hopes. Unfortunately, this creature's really hard to find and make out. You're all kind of fanning off into different locations, but still kind of staying, within close of each other. And
I would like,
Isabel,
if I may.
Yeah, what's up?
Hold on. What would you like to miss for?
Oh, no, if you're turning the spotlight over to Isabel,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, no, the spotlight is mine. Spotlight is mine at the moment. Isabel, you are over in this area where, like, the rocks are really jagged, and there's a lot of overgrown moss and plants and vegetation that's growing off of it. Here. What is your character's evasion?
My character's evasion is a 13.
Okay.
Oh no, please tell me she's not the one who stumbled on it.
Oh, I do get advantage, actually.
No!
Oh no.
Okay. So as you're crawling over these jagged rocks, you're used to working in the shadow, and even in this light environment, something seems to be on your side and helping project just enough light for you to see this snake-like shadow just start peering up over your shoulder, and instinctively you dive off to the left as this gigantic snapping jaw just slams shut right next to you. This jaw is like the size of your torso as it comes snapping down beside you. I'm gonna spend a fear and have it attack again.
No!
Because it has relentless. This one would not actually be with advantage, so that is a natural 1.
Let's go!
Oh my god.
It bit a rock.
Yeah, so it stumbles back and goes to snap down again, but you see like this giant root right next to you that like is been like detached, and you grab it and just turn around just in time for the jaw to just snap into the thing. Like you kind of like in cartoons where you jam the thing in vertically and it snaps the jaw kind of shut. It kind of like takes a moment and crunches down onto the wood. You all hear the creaking and splintering of the wood as it just like disintegrates and shatters out of the side. I am gonna mark a stress on the creature for having rolled that natural 1. With that, I'm not gonna spend another fear to spotlight it again, but the spotlight turns to you all as you all see this giant creature suddenly like lifts from the rocks. You hear the scraping of rock on rock as it actually disguised itself among a like perfectly jagged pile of rocks that like looks exactly like its shell. It lifts up out of the area that it was using for camouflage. DC was 20, by the way. Catreats, you were so close. You were so close, but you didn't find it. And then I rolled a d4 to see who it attacked, and yeah, it attacked Iz. But the spotlight is now on y'all as this thing takes a moment to lift itself up out of the camouflage to initiate combat. Its ambush totally failing. Fuck you, Tortoise, you suck. What would y'all like to do?
I'd like to try and get close to it. between it and Izzy.
Okay, you can easily move in. What would you like to do?
Are you getting in melee range of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, would you like to, as part of your moving in? So the way that spotlights work in Daggerheart, when the spotlight is, you can only spotlight like one creature or one person at a time, unless you all would like to do a teamwork maneuver in which one person has to spend 2 hope and you both can make your like attacks at the same time. Like you both do something, and the whatever damage you do is added together into one, and you it's like a way of getting like a huge massive damage onto a creature at once. But it takes one person to spend at least 2 hope in order to do it. When you do it, you both will roll action rolls, and then you'll decide whose roll you want to use. And that one roll will count for both attacks. When it's your spotlight, or if you're doing just a solo person spotlight, you can do as many actions as you want. You can like drink potions, you can make movements as long as it's within close range. Anything further than that, you'll need to make an agility roll and succeed in order to move there without issue. And you can like use items, talk to people, manipulate items. You can do as many actions as you want as long as it doesn't require a roll. But as soon as you do something that does require a roll, your spotlight could possibly end. An attack action will end your spotlight. A move action will not. Because if you make it a successful agility roll, then I'll allow an attack if you would like after that. But a failed roll will end your spotlight. The first failed roll on players' turns one of the other 3 characters will have a chance to do something. A second failure, I will take over the spotlight. A success with fear will cause some sort of environmental effect, but I will not steal the spotlight from the players because it's still a success. But something in the environment may happen. So, that being said,
I would just like to say, as a free thing, as Bimmy is moving between and the tortoise, it just goes, "Hey, I found it!"
It's over here.
Good job. Good
Yeah.
job. You're good at this.
Teamwork. See the prophecy. It's coming true already.
All
right.
Prophecy to stumble on the turtle.
All right. So, Tom Bimmy, you are moving in on the Carnivaratoise. Would you like to make an action? Would you like to attack it? You can also use like abilities and such like that as well.
How tall is that creature?
It's okay. So you see the picture. Your character, Tommen, you would come up to like this, like, okay, it's really hard to see. Okay, its left leg there. You see how there's like 2 little spikes on its like.
I don't see the picture anymore.
Oh.
It should be in the chat.
Yeah, it's in the in-game chat.
There it is. Okay.
He has like on the left leg there's like 2 little spikes that are still poking out to the side there. Your character's head comes to the bottom, or comes up to the bottom of that bottom spike on that knee there.
Okay, big boy.
He's very big. Like I said, this jaw that snapped right next to Iz was like the size of her torso. That was just the jaw.
Okay.
And this thing, and the jaw is very much snapping turtle like. Like as it comes up, it's like snaps a couple more times in frustration and anger as it just like looks over the party and just kind of and shakes itself as all this dirt and rocks and debris just kind of falls off of it. But yeah, spotlight is yours. What would you like to do, Tabimi?
So like me, how tall would you say I am compared to this thing? Like,
you come up to like the bottom of its neck. Like where the neck kind of meets in with the body, you're kind of like right there. Or actually, I would say probably like like the rim of the shell, like right just above the neck. I'd say you're about right there.
Okay.
So you're about like half this thing's size.
So hitting its head would be hard.
Not
Okay.
really, because it like while this is like in this picture, it's rearing up and it's like up and back. Like right now, it's like just kind of shaking itself up out of the ground, and it's like its head is like kind of down low to its body. Like you're able to rush up to its head like no problem.
Okay, then I'd just like to make an attack roll on it.
All right, go ahead and you can click the plus bonus next to your primary weapon there. I believe it's a sword or something. Axe. It was an axe, right?
It's a mace.
Oh, the mace. Oh, right. The kanabo. Yeah, you can go ahead and just click the plus, like this. I think it'll say like +2 strength or something like that. Click there and then click the roll window that comes in at the bottom.
A 9 with hope.
9 with hope. Okay. Go ahead and y'all are not giving me any fear. Stop it. Unfortunately, a 9 is not going to be good enough. So as you rush in and make a swing on it, it kind of rears its head back, and you just kind of the air just as the head just barely gets out of reach.
Ah, it's cheating.
All right, so that's one failure on the group. One of you three, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna scramble up to a tree so
Okay.
that I can get to be like its neck height, like where the shell meets the neck, the fleshy part.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to shoot an arrow, but I want to use one of the what were those arrows you gave me?
Piercing
Yeah.
arrows. One of you want to use one of the 3 piercing arrows. Okay, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. So you're gonna go ahead and click the +2 agility next to your short bow.
No, wait, next to the short bow. There we go. Oh,
What?
20 with fear.
Ooh, I will take that fear. Thank you. Juicy. All right. 20 will hit, absolutely. So go ahead and now you can click the 1d6 plus 5 next to it. And I do believe that it's already adding in your things. Hold on, let me check something real quick. If I take those off, is it counting both? It is. Okay, so you will, so right now it is 1d6 plus 5. So that plus 5 is from your quiver and your arrow. So you can go ahead and roll that damage.
11.
11 damage. Nice. That is a major wound to the Carnivaratoise. Marks 2 hit points. Very, very nice. So yeah, like you aim true. You aim right for that fleshy bit, right where the neck meets the shell, and you let loose an arrow. And as you do, the arrow pierces into where there's like this loose skin that's kind of like meant to be loose so that they can kind of withdraw in, and it pierces through and disappears into the shell, and you just see like this sudden burst of blood that just comes from this like tiny little puncture wound. And as you do, the thing like rears back and roars out in pain. It is not happy. But that was with fear.
Back into the trees, hide behind the leaves.
That was with fear, and so as he like scrambles back, like one of his feet lifts a boulder that suddenly comes like flying towards the tree that you're in. Tommen, I need you to make me an agility reaction roll. So you're gonna click the +2 at agility. Yep. You're not going to generate fear or hope from this. This is a reaction roll. So just the number. Just let me know what number you roll.
20. And for
20.
the record, with hope, but I know I don't get the hope.
Yeah, you don't get the hope. Easy enough. You scramble, like you see this boulder come and you're like you make your little monkey noise and jump out from the tree, and you like luckily like there's a branch right there. You just easily like reach out and grab it with one hand, and you use your momentum to kind of keep moving forward, and you grab like you go up like upside down for a moment and grab two other branches with your feet, and now you're hanging upside down from another tree, and you just kind of like bend your back and look right at the Carnivaratoise, like, oh, already with another arrow notched, ready for your next like attack. Not saying you get to make another attack, just saying it looks cool. Like as that one tree that you were in, like a small little pine that was just beginning to grow, just gets absolutely demolished by this boulder that could just wrecks it. But all right, so that's your action. Liz or Mistspore, what would you like to do?
I would like to. Sorry. Yeah, I would like to spend a stress and transform into a pack predator.
Ooh, let's go Druid.
Let's
Yeah.
go, Wolfie. Yes.
Oh, all right. Describe how this transformation takes place. Go ahead and narrate it for us. How does this look?
Oh, let's see. Miss Moore reaches out with both arms towards the sky, pulls her right hand down and grasps the trinket she wears around her neck, mouths something, and then hands become paws, face becomes snout, falls down on all fours, and where she was is now a white wolf with a few small green freckles.
Adorable.
That's so cute. Little spores. I love it.
And if I can get close enough to attack, I would like to do so.
Yeah, easily enough. When I was saying that y'all spread out, you didn't get within like further than close range from each other, and this thing like sprouted up directly underneath is. So it's easy to rush in on this thing and get some attacks in. So you go right ahead.
All right. Let's see. Technical roll. It is a 18 with fear.
We'll take that fear. Thank you. And 18, you said? That does hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. I have the ability of pack hunting. When you succeed in an attack against the same target as an ally who acts immediately before you, add a D8 to the damage roll. So
Nice.
I guess that should be
Cool.
2d8 plus
That's
2.
cool. That's really cool.
Um,
Nice.
Can I add a D8 there? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because right before you was Tommen, and he succeeded with that attack. Absolutely.
Tobin.
Tobin.
Unfortunately, it was
Tobin, sorry.
Oh man, not a great roll, but still 10.
10 damage. That's enough. That absolutely. That actually is another major wound to this creature. Nice. Y'all are kicking ass. Let's go. These abilities are fucking fire.
Go team.
All right. Well, I am taking the spotlight from the
I didn't go
Carnivaratoise.
yet.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm sorry.
Aw.
But yeah, I am. Well, if it makes you feel better, I'm spending a fear to spend it because this thing is getting fucked up. It needs to do something about this. So, first thing it's going to do is it's going to mark a stress and activate Earthen Tantrum. I need. Let's see. That would be. Yeah, everybody except Toman. I need you all to make agility or strength reaction rolls, your choice.
Okay.
I mean, it's the same for me, so let's go agility.
24. Strength.
14 with hope.
Okay, I'm sorry.
17 with. Oh, sorry.
You're okay. 17 with
Fear.
fear. Okay. And Claire, what'd you roll?
Oh, 24 with fear.
Okay, with fear. All right. You all succeed. How
Yay.
so you don't take damage. However, as this massive tortoise just suddenly starts stomping and slamming on the ground, all of its limbs and tail just like violently smashing the ground. A literal shock wave, like almost like a small tidal wave of earth and rock, erupts out from this creature. You all get pushed back to very close range, so you get pushed back 10 feet, and I need you all to make the same I need you all to make agility or strength reaction rolls again. This time, Toman, you are caught as a literal tidal wave of earth, dirt, and rock comes flying towards you. So everybody make agility or strength reaction rolls, your choice.
17 with fear.
It's an 18 with fear.
18 with hope.
Okay, go ahead and mark your hope.
17 with hope.
All of you succeeding. Wow, let's fucking go. Okay, so as
The
all of
dream
this debris,
team.
as this debris begins to rain down onto all of you, you all are find pockets where there's some like debris not falling here, so you kind of quickly maneuver into that space. Or probably in Claire's instance, you see like this massive dirt wave just coming towards you, and you just punch it, like it just kind of scatters off to the side. You are not harmed. Okay, so there's that, but now I will say there's one thing that definitely came from all of this, and that's all this juicy fear. I am going to use its relentless and spotlight it a second time, and it's going to. Ooh, okay, hold on. Oh, this is too good not to do. I'm gonna have him do Withered Snort. So I am going to spend 4 fear, dropping my fear counter from 8 down to 4. I need all of you to make agility or instinct reaction rolls.
Holy fuck.
Instinct.
I'm gonna shake it up and do instinct.
13 with fear.
Okay.
14 with hope.
Okay, go ahead and take your hope.
20 with hope.
Okay, go ahead and mark your hope.
15 with hope.
I want you to
All
know I'm
right.
cashing in these hopes next turn.
The only person who passed is Mist Spore.
Oh.
Everybody else, you need to mark on your sheet 1 withered token.
Oh,
No!
come on already.
And then there's a
Where's
box right next to it that says 1 fear. This is going to be under features. Toman, you'll see a box that says the Witherwild campaign frame up at like the top. Go ahead and put +1 wither on there.
Okay.
And then the box next to it that says 1 fear, go ahead and click that and roll the box that comes up. You do not want to roll a 1 here.
I got an 8.
Okay.
I got a 4.
11.
Okay, everybody, you are fine. You do not gain a withering, but you have 1 wither token. And then, lastly, I am going to use the last relentless, spending 1 more fear, and I am going to mark a stress on the Carnivaratoise, and he is going to withdraw into his shell. So you all watch as the limbs and tail and head suddenly just snake into the shell. After he like pushed you all back, he now takes a moment and pulls himself into his shell. And the last thing you all see is his eyes just burning like a bright orange, like hatred, as the shell just kind of snaps shut like a trap door, blocking like his like entire view. The entire shell locks down, and you are not able to get to where the fleshy bits are. That's its turn. Y'all's turn. Spotlight is now yours. What would you like to do?
I look at Bimmy and I look at their mace, and I just point at it. I go, "Crack it open!"
Yes! I am going to spend a stress. Oh, wait, I have to actually see if I hit it. I'm going to use Spirit Weapon. When you have an equipped weapon in a range with a range of melee very close, it can fly from your hand to an adversary within close range and return to you. You can mark a stress to target an additional... Oh, wait, never mind. I was getting the ability confused, never mind.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, this is an ability that, like, makes your weapon, like you basically make your weapon flying. And
I know what
you
I'm
can
gonna do.
like throw out your weapon and have it like return to you and like strike other people as well with that ability. But it
am
is within
going to-
very close range. You can move up to it without issue.
Yeah, I'll move up to it.
Okay.
And I'll spend a hope to cast Bolt Beacon.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
Target an enemy within far range on a success. Yeah, on a success. Spend a hope. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and you see in that same box it'll say a +2 spellcast roll. Go ahead and click that, and then it'll bring up your roll for that.
An 11 with hope.
An 11. Okay. You do get a hope from that. Unfortunately, an 11 is not going to be enough. As you like throw out the bolt beacon, it manifests in like a rainbow-esque glob of paint that just kind of like splashes across the shell, but the spell just doesn't activate. It just kind of splats across the shell and then fizzles away. That's one failure for y'all's group. One more, it will turn to the Carnivaratoise. Just let y'all know. Who would like to act next?
I wanted to keep it vulnerable.
I know it was a good thing. Yeah, it just 11 unfortunately wasn't enough. Sorry, go ahead.
Who was the first one that attacked?
Bimmy.
Yeah, Top Bimmy just did.
Okay, and then who went after her?
No one.
No, it's yeah. Whoever wants to go next. Izzy, would you like to? You haven't done anything yet.
What can
Just
I
figured
do?
If we did the same roll, you know?
What can I even do though?
I'm just saying. It's protected by its shell, but its shell doesn't seem invulnerable. Like its shell could take damage.
Didn't. Wait a minute.
It's just the bolt beacon it didn't like the spell casting wasn't enough. Like the spell itself just failed, and so it was just like a splat of paint against the shell. It wasn't that the splat of paint was useless against the shell. It was just the spell didn't manifest properly, and so it fizzled.
I thought the shell made it not do anything.
No. It's just the spell just didn't manifest.
Didn't manifest. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, I may have to leave soon, just to let you know, like maybe 10 minutes, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine. We can y'all fucking this thing up. Like
Okay.
It's okay.
I guess Iz would like use it, like having like some like assassin experience, does know like where weak points would be like on a target, so she's like, I guess she would stab through like a vulnerable-ish area in the shell.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you could definitely add in if you you can spend a hope to add that in.
I would love to spend a hope for that.
All right, go ahead and make your attack.
I'm going to do a perceptive assassin into that. And that's a 25 with fear, but
holy, okay, that's a good roll. I was actually thinking in my head here. Okay, so its difficulty is set right here, but if she rolls, I'll say a little bit above that, maybe you can do direct damage, and then 25. Wow. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and roll. I will say the sneak attack definitely counts for this because
they all
Top
are
Bimmy
close to it.
Yeah, Top Bimmy ran up, so you go right ahead and add that additional damage onto that.
So, all right. So for the initial thing, it's 5. But for the sneak attack damage, let me roll 1d6. She in total did 7 damage. It's not the best.
That honestly, that was its minor damage threshold. You just did enough to get into major. You again, Mark, 2 points of health from this thing. It's only got 1 left. You all think one more hit like that in an invulnerable area where you just struck will be enough to take this thing out. So you all watch as Iz just runs over to that place where the shell closed down, and like literally you scream out, "I don't fucking think so!" Take out both of your blades and do like a sliding motion where you kind of slide under the shell a bit, where it's
She
like
just one knife in and then like stabs it with the other one.
You take like your first initial blade, you stab it in, and then you take your secondary dagger and you stab the handle of your first dagger, and it goes in even further. And you hear this loud crunch and just a...
I wish I could like hold it open to like give someone else a hit.
You know what? Go ahead. I will say this because I know your strength ain't that great, and it probably won't be might not happen anyway. I'm still gonna give you a chance. I will say if you're fueled enough in the adrenaline in the moment, go ahead and give me a strength check. Or give me a strength. I'll make it a reaction roll, so you don't have to worry about failing.
Okay. You sure?
Yes. Strength reaction roll to see if you can pry it open.
That's an 11.
11. Unfortunately, it's not enough. It's vice gripping down, especially after that one hit. It's trying to do whatever it can to survive at this moment.
Fuck it up!
But I'll say, since you can't pry it open, you do get your blades out of that and kind of just like scream back, and everybody, fuck it up! And you point at the hole that you just like carved in that's now like leaking this. It's a very dark green blood that's coming out of the shell. It's not like the normal red blood. It is a very thick and nasty looking blood that's coming out. But okay, so either
yes, I would like to attack, please.
All right. Go ahead and make your attack with your wolf.
And one thing I actually missed and forgot was apparently the predator form does give advantage on attack. So I'll do that this time.
Oops.
Yep.
We all forget our abilities. It's okay.
And no worries.
And it is a 20 with hope.
So it is. I officially get to say this for the very first time ever. How do you want to slaughter this thing?
Let's go!
Yeah!
Let's go!
Mistborn lunges up, rears back and lunges forward, pouncing, fiercely clamping upon the neck with every iota of her admittedly not great strength, but thanks to the cumulative damage that had been done by her teammates, the neck severs and the head falls apart.
Ooh. Okay. So I can see it here. You all watch as Mistspore, this beautiful white wolf with green freckles across its face, so cute, rushes forward and magically seems to almost shrink in size a little bit and gets just enough to where the head and snout and neck can disappear into the small hole that had just been created by Iz's knives. And in there, Mistborn, you find purchase with your teeth. You grab a hold of some sort of meat. You're not sure what the meat is because it's dark in here, but it's meat nonetheless. And you grab a hold of it and you rip and you start like pulling back, like all 4 of your paws are now like digging into the dirt as you do that whole like puppy kick thing where you're just like jerking it back. and you all watch as the head actually gets pulled out from the shell. Miss Spore has the jugular of the Carnivaratoise in her teeth and just jerks back, and you all hear this horrifying ripping noise as the wolf just keeps backing up more and more and more, and begins to actually rip the neck from the main body as it just kind of like starts frantically trying to do like a tantrum or something to do something to defend itself. As soon as the neck gets severed with a horrifying rip, the entire body just slumps down and collapses down in death and defeat. And you all have slain the Carnivaratoise. Congratulations! Let's go!
Another layer of peat is made.
Yeah.
We get to. How much of this shit can we carry?
I'm also gonna say, I am very surprised with y'all. You did no damage to its shell. Like, every bit of damage that you were able to do was just in direct damage to this thing, and that's insane to me. Like, you were not able to do any damage to the shell. So you have the pristine shell, you have all of the meat. We'll say, for sake of continuity, because y'all, we do have someone who needs to go ahead and head out soon. You all are easily able to clean up the corpse. You get a huge amount of meat. The tail itself takes, like, the tail and the shell. Well, the tail you're easily able to carry, Tabim, but the shell, because of the tail, you need help with the shell. So, like, it takes like the other three on the other end of the shell that are just kind of like holding it above their heads. But all of your bags are stuffed full of meat. You've got a whole bunch of meat strapped to you as well, including like the neck and such like that. Y'all pulled a huge ass haul from this thing. Like, pretty much the entirety of this creature has been recovered and been contributed to Alpine. And as such, you all now have 3 handfuls of gold in your equipment. That is what you will be starting session 1 with. And thank you all so very much for being here and joining in. I hope you all enjoy session 1, which is going to be available on YouTube directly after this video. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all to my 4 players. YouTube, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye, everyone.